Ẹ káalẹ́ o, ẹ káàbọ̀, ẹ kú ètò. Orúkọ mi ni Adams Olúwafẹ́mi Ọlájídé. Ẹ dẹ̀ kú ìkàlẹ̀ sí. Okay, I think I'm actually getting the Yoruba wrong. I was trying to like mimic all these Yoruba speakers. I was actually what's the word now? I was coming from somewhere and then like I listened to a lady speak Yoruba from like she was saying a story and it was really interesting. Anyway, welcome guys. My name is Adam Solofimola today and you're welcome to the Otumba Adams Show. This is the 84th episode. I know this is coming really late as opposed to the time we usually have it, but I had to go for an event and I did not get to come back home on time. But here we are, and we'll try to like make the best out of the time. All right, so I'm seeing more people joining in. If you're just coming around to be a part of the show, you'd like to introduce yourself. All right, put your name, put your location in the comment section. Now, I'm trying to do both Yoruba and English today, so I'm going to flip to Yoruba right now. Anytime we were ni, I don't know the Yoruba word for that part, like wherever you guys are. Ẹ bá wa fi orúkọ yín àti ibi tí ẹ ti ń chat, all right, sí comment section so that màá ba lè introduce yín lójú agbo. I think I actually tried. My Yoruba is getting better little by little. All right, so if you'd like to introduce yourself on today's episode, please put your name and the location in the comment section. All right, so I went for an event today. This is what I wore. And when I got home, I realized that like by the time I have to change, I would not really have enough time to be on the show at the time I'm meant to be on the show. Anyway, how was your day? How's life generally? How's business? How is everything? I hope you're being productive and then you are growing from one phase of your life to the other. All right. So today's episode will be a very short one because I'm pretty tired and I have committed to doing this every twice a week. So I'm going to do this. All right. So today's episode is get more clients through referrals. All right. I see someone commenting and we have Precious from Abuja. Precious, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining the show. I am not sure how to pronounce your surname properly, and I would not want to murder it. All right. So thank you for being a part of the show. It means a lot to me. All right. So today's episode, get more clients through referrals. Now, what is business referral? Basically, business referral is you getting a new client from an old client. Your old client referring you or telling someone else that like, hey, come use the service of this particular company because they offer a wonderful service. All right, that's basically what referral, business referral is about. And really, every one of us, or one of the best ways to get new clients is through referrals. For my own business, I am into voiceover and also animation. Majority, or most of the time, rather, the people I get as clients were from people who referred me from people that I've worked with in the past. And that's where you most likely would not lack, what's the word now? Customers, if you are always being referred to by people that have used your service to other people that like may most likely come to use your service. Now, this month, for me, the animations I've created was based on referrals that other people made, like recommendations other people made because I have worked with other companies in the past, and then they referred new people to me that like, hey, come work with this person because he's very good at what he does. All right. So, what are the ways that like, you can actually get clients through referrals? Number one on my list is go above and beyond. Now, what do I mean by this? What do I mean by going above and beyond? When you are working with a particular client, right, make sure that you go beyond the normal scope of work that you have been told to do. All right. Let's say, for instance, let me use my animation for example. Right, I create explainer videos for company adverts, and let's say a company comes to me or someone comes to me, they're like, "Hey, we need your service. Would you be interested in creating an explainer video for us?" Now, I've gotten the job. I've begun to work on the job. Right now, once I deliver early enough, rather than just submitting the job and then like feeling that like, hey, that's the end of it, I can go the extra mile by saying that like, you know what, I am going to post this video that I've done for you on all my social media platforms, both personal and business social media platform, for more eyes to see what your business is into, right? Or I could also say that, like, hey, I'm going to run a Facebook ad to show more eyes such that people would know that, like, yes, I did this thing for this company, but on the flip side, I am also promoting your company's brand. Now, that's what we mean by going above and beyond. Look for things that you can actually do that can make you stand out, right? When you're working with a client, beyond the norm, beyond what you've been told to do. All right. Look for extra things that, like, can make you to go above and beyond, because when you do that, it hits differently in the minds and the hearts of these clients, and they most likely would easily refer someone else to you whenever the person needs your service. When you go the extra mile for them, all right, that's the first point. Go the extra mile for clients, and they would refer someone to you. All right, that's number one on my list. Number two on my list is ask at the right time. Ask for referral at the right time. All right. Now, you most likely, most times people feel that, like, hey, you have to ask for referrals at the end of the job when you're done doing the job, but it is not necessarily so. There's no SI unit for the time that, like, you can actually ask for a referral from a client. You could as well just tell a client, when you guys have begun talking about what you're about to do, or the service you're about to render to them, they're like, hey, you know what? If I give you an exceptional job, if I deliver rather an exceptional job to you, would you be kind enough to refer other people within your network so that they can make use of my service? Now, you haven't delivered yet, but you are already whetting their appetite, like you are reminding them down. Because by the time you deliver the job and then you then tell them, it may not stick on their minds, right? It might for some, but for others, it might not. But when you are already in the process of doing business with them, right, you are yet to deliver, you could just pop it in there like, hey, if I should deliver an excellent service for you, would you be kind enough to refer other people to me within your network? Like, it works like a charm. Just say it, and those that would actually act on it would act on it on the long run. All right. So that's number two on my list. Number three is create a customer loyalty program. All right. Create a customer loyalty program for those people that, like, always come to use your service, especially for those of you that are into the e-commerce world, whereby you sell clothes, fashion accessories, different accessories that people might be able to make use of, right? Now, if you notice that, like, this particular client keeps purchasing from you, all right, create a loyalty program for such clients, such that for every item they buy from you, there is a point. All right. Now, once that client is able to get to a certain level um, in your a certain level in the points, right? That means that they've purchased a certain amount of products from you, right? Then you can give them something in return. Now, that thing that you are giving to them would spur them to be able to, like, hey, I am not just buying from this person, but this person sees me as their number one fan, and they are rewarding me for it. And that way, they would be the ones to spread the gospel or say what your business is about, to tell other people that, like, hey, this person, this is what he does, this is what she does. I need you to buy from them, because they know that, like, you take care of them. So for every item that, like once they've gotten to that level, that, like, okay, they've reached the threshold, right? You reward them, then they start from the beginning again. Once they get to that point again, you reward them again. And maybe, just maybe, if they get to a certain level, like, you give them something outstanding that, like, would make them feel like, wow, okay, like, I am gonna stay here forever. And those kind of customers would most likely be the ones, right? The loyal customers are always the ones that always bring in the referrals rather, right? They bring in new customers for you, and it is always necessary, all right, to reward them on the long run. All right. Another point I have here is make a creative testimonial video. All right. Now, we know that, like, we are in the era of content creation, right? Instead of you doing the normal, what's the word now? Instead of you doing the normal, what was the okay, yeah, the normal testimonial, like the testimonial I see people do usually is the one that like somebody writes something within the chat and then like they screenshot and then like they post on their status. But you can as well be much more creative with it. All right. You could look for a way that like, okay, you ask the client that like, is there a way you can create a video whereby you talk about um, how you were before you used my service and then what happened after you used my service? If it's I'm seeing Lawal Olai Sulaiman Olaiton Malgasa. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for coming in. And Precious, yes, I am seeing your comment and you're into Forex. That's great. Okay, so as I was saying, I was talking about being creative. Now, you can tell the customer that has used your service that like, hey, you know what? Create a video for me whereby you talk about the before and then the after. Now, you might actually have a template, right? It can be like all these TikTok creative videos. Just have a template at the back of your mind that like, okay, this is how I want the video to go. It has to be interesting. So you tell the client that like, okay, in your video, as you're talking, state this part, state that part, and then like, let's say the before you used the product, while you are using the product, and after you are done using the product, right? And then let the client send the video to you, and then you create something unique out of the video, right? With nice background music, and that way you can post on your social media handles, and then the clients themselves will be happy to post the creative video on their own status. That way, more people, more eyes would see what your product is about, and most likely they will come to use your service. All right, that's another way to get referrals for your program. And then number 5, which is the last point I have on my list, is offer incentives. All right, now it doesn't really have to be for the loyal customers, but for everyone, right? It's basically like how affiliate marketing works, right? You tell people that like, hey, for every person that like you bring to come patronize my business, I am going to give you a discount on your next purchase. Or it could be that like you tell them that like, if you bring in a new client for me, I'm going to give you a percentage of what that client pays. That way, people are spurred to want to talk to more people, especially for those that are not really loyal customers, but they are like, okay, what is in it for me? What am I going to get out of this thing that like you want me to do? So offer incentives to your customers, offer incentives to even people that are not your customers, but are able to bring in people into your business. Offer them incentives, mouth-watering incentives that like, hey, by the time they see the offer, they'll be like, okay, I want to do this. Because there are a lot of people out there that like they want money, they want this money, right? And if your incentive is good enough, they can go the extra mile for your business in trying to pull in more clients to you. And that is what people that are into affiliate marketing actually do. Somebody creates a product and then they will now say, like, okay, for this product I have created, if you can bring me any client, I'm going to give you 50% off the actual price. Meaning that, like, let's say I'm selling a video course, for example, and then I look for affiliate marketers and then I tell them that, like, for every client you bring in, right, this course goes for 50,000. You are going to make 25,000 naira for every new person you bring in. That way, they can easily tell more people about the product, even if the product is not good enough. As long as they get that money, that incentive is coming to them, they would go the extra mile for your business, and then they would be able to do what? So you will be able to like get more clients. All right. So those are the 5 points. I'm going to take them once again. Go above and beyond. Go the extra length for your customers. And when you do, they most likely would refer more people to you. Number 2 on the list is ask at the right time. All right. And it doesn't necessarily have to be at the end of the point where you've delivered the job to them. I said that, like, tell them in between the process of delivering the job. They're like, hey, if I give you an excellent service, if I deliver rather an excellent service for you, would you be kind enough to refer other people to me? All right. And then number 3 is create a customer loyalty program, all right? Create a customer loyalty program. Give your loyal customer points. Once it gets to a particular level, right, reward them. Because when you reward them, it shows that like you actually care about them. And those are the people that would most likely tell people free of charge that like, hey, this person's service is the best. I have used them over and over again. Come patronize them. All right. Number 4 is make a creative testimonial video. I told you that like be creative, use the recent ideas people use on TikTok and all the other platforms to create something unique, all right, for your customers after they've sent in the video, rework the video, and then create something really, really unique, and then send it back to them and also use it on their platforms. That way, more eyes would see what you're into, and then they would come to you. And then finally, offer incentives, which is literally like an affiliate program. The more you are able to give people incentives for every client they bring to you, the more people will be able to talk about your product. All right. So on this note, I have come to the end of today's episode. I am tired. I am worn out. I am going back to bed to sleep for 2 hours and then come back up again to keep working on my system to like say 3 a.m. or something. So thank you guys for sticking around. I really do appreciate each and every one of you that stuck around to watch this episode. It means a lot to me. And yes, before I forget, please make sure you like, you share with your friends. All right. If you're watching from Facebook, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and also share with your friends. All right. So as I always say, be the best version God has created you to be. All right. Sign out, guys. Have a lovely weekend.